In 11th position and in desperate need of 3 points, Sydney FC welcomed Adelaide United to Leichhardt Oval. The Sky Blues had won all 10 previous encounters with the Reds in Sydney and were hopeful that streak would continue. Adelaide United were undefeated in 2025 and knew a win would put them in striking distance of ladder leaders Melbourne City.
Dorber was walking on to the cross, but Adelaide still. Hodgson goes from distance! Well, it forced the acrobatics out of Edwards. But it would be so emblematic of the captain's run she's been having. Leon plays it in, Condon still at the feet, and Emily Condon puts it in the back of the net for her first goal against Sydney. And Adelaide lead at Leichhardt Oval. Out to Healy. Healy with a dangerous opportunity and tapped in by Condon. Well, Adelaide go 2 up. And it's team play at its finest. Emily Condon has her brace. Well, Adelaide have shown that attacking intent to begin the second half. They've been so sure of their passes, of their teammates. But Sydney, here comes Abini, looking for support. Princess Abini. Indiana dos Santos turns one way, then the other, and puts it in the back of the net. And there's no celebration. She knows she's right on to bring her team back into this game. Dos Santos. And a flash is passed and somehow cleared off the line. Ala Tonkin, the captain, standing up again for her side, just able to flick it away. Bounce favoured Farrow. What can Millie Farrow do? She dances one way, then the other. Millie Farrow scores her first goal for Sydney FC and draws her team level in the final minutes of play here at Leichhardt. Well, it might feel like a win at this point in time. And it's a massive goal for Millie Farrow. She comes back from injury. She puts herself on the score sheet to try and bring them off near the bottom of the table. Morgan plays it through to Dorber. Chelsea Dorber goes from distance! And oh my goodness! Chelsea Dorber, Adelaide United legend, writes herself into the history books in the final seconds of play. Well, Callie and Sarah Jones blows the whistle. It is a historic night for Adelaide United. 2-0 up, 2-2 in the 93rd minute. And then Chelsea Dorber wins it in the 94th, the first time they have ever taken points in Sydney. It is Sydney FC 2, Adelaide United 3.
Western United were out for revenge as they hosted Western Sydney Wanderers at Ironbark. Kat Smith's side were ambushed 5-1 by the Wanderers back in round 6, but went into the rematch in form, picking up 2 wins and a draw in their last 3 fixtures. Sienna Silvestre was the star of the show for the Wanderers back in round 6 with a first half hat-trick and looked to rekindle some of that magic in round 14.
Playing it out into space for Carly Johnson. Out comes Sham Karmas. Who got to the ball first? It's a penalty. And Lagazzo strikes true. The wait was worth it. A dream start for Western United. A horror opening for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Taranto's corner, an in-swinger. And first header away by Wanderers. It was Eunice. And now Mel Taranto. What a strike! Western United have exploded out of the gates. And they lead by 2. And a left-footed tracer bullet through the traffic. Western United in behind again. Carly Johnson running amok, crossing the ball into dangerous territory. The follow-up is saved. And now another follow-up. Eggersvik shooting at what would have been her first goal goes wide. Foot save from Karmas. And then that shot hooked wide. Beyond the far post it goes. It's 3 for Western United. Sarah Eggersvik has come up on the end of Grace Maher's corner. And a dominant first half continues for the green and black. Saveska wasting no time over the corner, and it's in! Brilliant! Sienna Saveska scores an Olympico goal. There's not much time to celebrate because Wanderers are in a big hole, but that is as good a corner as you'll see. Maher pushes it back into the midfield. Really nicely done by Mel Taranto. Does she go for her second of the night? Oh, it breaks the hands of Karmas. Taranto, who already had one long-range goal, went from even further out here. Flag stays down here. Carly Johnson, good save by Karmas. Tight angle, and Karmas leaps onto the ball. Doesn't want to play it into the penalty area. Happy to reset with Harrison. Harrison, the ball slides on. Saveska, great chance for the Wanderers. And Sienna Saveska going on her right foot has put it over the bar. Swing it to the near post, batted down by Karmas. Lobo's clearance finds Kush LaRue. And then Rue volunteers the ball straight back to the corner taker Maher. Second time ball coming in. DiDomizio! She's got the magic touch. Chiara DiDomizio makes it 4-1 to Western United. Maher. Lagazzo, is there one more for Western United? Lagazzo! Oh, flashing past the post, but just wide in the end. And job emphatically done for Western United. Chiara DiDomizio had the final say. And 2 goals in the first 7 minutes really set the tone. Western United get to enjoy the spoils of victory because it's finished. Western United 4, Western Sydney Wanderers 1.
The first F3 derby of the Ninja A-League season hit Industry Group Stadium on Saturday afternoon. The stakes were high as the Mariners would jump up to 4th with a win or could slip out of the top 6 altogether with a loss. The Jets were eyeing their first win since December, but would need to do so without their leading goal scorer Sheridan Gallagher due to suspension.
Pennick, what a turn from Pennick! Krasaniak with the save, but the follow-up is there! And Brooke Nunn grabs her second of the season and runs across to silence the Jets fans. Mariners with plenty of numbers back inside the box now. Hoban trying to sneak away into the box, she's done so. Now Allen! Oh, what a strike! Gee, she's playing some wonderful football at the moment. Josie Allen, the 18-year-old. She's been one of the best players on the pitch to start this match. And there is no one more deserving of a goal than her. Krasaniak. Oh, she's got to be careful. It's another disaster from the Newcastle Jets goalkeeper. Not for the first time this season. They have been left red-faced by a mistake at the back, and the Mariners have punished them. Using the overlap of Martin Krasaniak. Well, she pushes it into the path of the 16-year-old Fuller, who's got goals in back-to-back matches for the second time this season. What a campaign she is having. Here's that space again. Newcastle, of course, playing the back three. Here is Pennick. And could she get her feet right? Eventually she could. And there's the 4th for the Mariners. Jade Pennick with goal number 3 for the campaign. The English import. And Chico's got a problem here. Oh, is it red? Well, that will be debated. Was she the last player? No. Rasmussen squeezes it through. Trimmers for 5. Exemplary from the Central Coast Mariners. 5 goals in an A-League women's clash for the first time since 2009. And there's going to be a little bit more history. They've beaten the Jets in Gosford now for the first time since 2009. But more importantly this season, back-to-back wins for the Central Coast Mariners for the first time. A dark day for Newcastle in the derby. Full-time at Industry Group Stadium. Mariners 5, Newcastle Jets 1.
The final Melbourne derby of the home and away season as City played host to Victory. City prevailed 3-2 back in round 2 thanks to a match winner from Mariana Speckmeyer, and would be an even tougher proposition in round 14 with Holly McNamara back in the starting lineup. Victory would fancy their chances against their crosstown rivals off the back of a 3-match winning streak and a season sweep of Sydney FC.
Goes wide to Apostolakis. Picked off by Lowe. Rachel Lowe running into space. Rachel Lowe opens the scoring! Well, in the opening stanza, Victory strike first. And they lead in the Melbourne derby. That was picking off a mistake. And Rachel Lowe just knows how important that goal is for her side in the context of this season. McKenna, curling effort, and caught by Courtney Newbon. Murphy delivers it in, flashes through, just wide for Claudia Bunge. Well, she's already scored 1 goal off the corner this season. Swings it back to find Holly McNamara. Holly McNamara, what can she do? Forces a save from Newbon. Well, Victory keep that clean sheet intact for the moment. Allowing McNamara drift inside, opportunity. The flash is wide.
Great job, Holly!
McNamara, smart play to Policina. Receives it back, Holly Mack into the side netting. Well, it was a strong opportunity for City. You can't help but think of some of these players potentially could be on their final warnings. Chidiak. Gilnick. Puts it on the left. And it's just converting their chances into dangerous chances. Boosting their XG, if you will. Low. Flicks out wide to Gilnick. Gilnick goes for the more powerful shot and just flashes past the post. Policina strikes from range. And forces a fine save from Newbon. Policina all by her lonesome. And Melbourne City have found the back of the net through Rihanna Policina and finished off by Mariana Speckmeyer. And in the final minutes of regular time, they level in the Melbourne derby. Both benches up on their feet. And Caitlin Williams blows the whistle. While Melbourne Victory hang on in front from the 4th minute through Rachel Lowe. But it took until the 89th minute for City to fight their way back in this game, despite the possession and shots that they had dominated in the stats. And this Melbourne derby, the 21st edition between these two clubs, ends a draw. And the final score is Melbourne City 1, Melbourne Victory 1.
A crucial clash in the nation's capital as Canberra United faced Perth Glory at McKellar Park. Canberra would have felt they let 2 points slip away in the draw against the Jets last week as they fight to stay in touch with the top six. Perth pulled off a miraculous come-from-behind win against Brisbane in the last round and hoped to ride that momentum into this match.
Dalton to take, Dalton to strike, it's up, it's over. And it just drops over the crossbar, not by too much. Mary Stanich-Floody floats a ball in, helped on, not a bad looking header off the head of Liz Anton. The captain helps it out wide for win. Eyes up. Ball into the box is a good one and it's fallen kindly to Nat Tatham. The shot ricocheting off the back of Alex McKenzie and Sally James opts for the punch. Not convincing, still with Perth, Grace Johnston. Now McKenna. Izzy Filletta can drive in. Look for a shot herself and that's high and over. An anticlimactic end to a little flash forward by the Glory girls. The delivery from Robers is good. A palm from Casey Dumont. It's not dealt with, but it is prodded into the back of the net. And finally, there's the breakthrough for Canberra United. It took a set piece. It took well into the second half, but the girls in green have found the breakthrough and finally found the first goal for the afternoon. Now Canberra with some defending to do as the shot doesn't miss by much. Nat Tatham opportunistic. So a couple of chats happening on the sideline of the Canberra bench, but that's a poor giveaway in the middle of the park by Gordon. The shot is taken, a little ricochet makes it a nervy one, but Sally James goes to ground well. Two players out towards the corner flag. Short ball in. It's off the post, it's not dealt with, there's a scrap, a goalmouth scramble, still bobbing around. Pressure mounting here on Canberra United's defence. As described throughout the week by Stephen Peters, the parochial Canberra crowd making their voices heard as that drops to O'Donoghue. Falls really nicely to Sanaga. She can only pick out the palms of Sally James, but that was a really good opportunity for Perth Glory. Searching ball over the top. Drops really kindly to Michelle Heyman. Not a bad effort. Thumbs up, show of appreciation to her teammate.
Some beautiful singing there by the fans of Canberra United.
Well, there always is. And there it is, the full-time whistle to draw this one to a close. They held on for dear life, but Canberra make it undefeated in 3. 3 points at home and a valuable win to see them keep finals football well and truly alive. With the full-time score, Canberra United 1, Perth Glory 0.
Perry Park was the scene for the final match of round 14 between Brisbane Roar and Wellington Phoenix. Brisbane have hit a wall since their hot start to the season. They've lost 3 straight games, putting their position in the top 6 under threat. Phoenix were wasteful in front of goal in their defeat to the Mariners last time out and would hope to rectify that against the Roar to get their finals pushed back on track.
Phoenix looking pretty comfortable playing through it at the moment. And Mania Elliott has left a couple of players in her wake. Elliott bearing down on the penalty area. Cut back to Wynnum, and Wynnum puts it in the gloves of the goalkeeper. Alyssa Wynnum, who scored her first career A-League goal against the Brisbane Roar in January of 2022. It leans into the header as far as Lainey Fryer. Now Yallop shooting from distance. And Villau is able to catch that comfortably enough on 2 bounces from Tamiki Yallop. Here's Alyssa Wynnum again, spinning at the edge of the box. Another shot coming in. She's out to prove a point today, Alyssa Wynnum. Claps the hands together and a bit of a rueful shake of the head. She's getting into good positions. She's had a few cracks at corners so far. Can she put it on the head of a teammate? Hangs it high. Jale's up. And the best Phoenix corner of the game so far still goes just wide of the post. And there's a bit in the aftermath here because Hoyos has been hurt. Inside to Lainey Fryer, but then her touch a little gentle, and it gives Phoenix back the ball. Jale breaking through the right. First time shot! And puts it wide at the near side. Cuts it inside. McCutcheon had to go. Caught in possession. And now at the edge of the box. Kuilamu trying to spin away. Grace Kuilamu hits the woodwork. Well, she has dynamite in those boots, Grace Kuilamu. Yallop drops it on the goal line and knotted in by Kuilamu. The teenage sensation has done it again. It's Grace Kuilamu's 5th goal of the season, and at 17 years of age, she is on a hot streak in the Ninja A-League. This has been the case all game. They need a cutting edge, and a giveaway like this could be an invitation too good to refuse for the Raw. Kuilamu advancing, sees Yallop in an acre of space. Yallop denied by a good save. Fryer with the follow-up, and is nudged off the ball by Barry at the last. Bring a new lease of life to the Phoenix. Longo cuts it back. Jale blocked once. Jale! Oh, just wide. As good a chance as the Phoenix have fashioned in the second half, though. Sweeps onto the ball from the wing. First time cross. Punched away by Sakani. Only as far as Tanaka. Trying to get a bouncing ball under control. Back to Longo. Longo on the spin. Turns onto the left. And the shot catches a mean deflection. That really could have gone anywhere. Popadinova wrestling against Longo. Did the ball ever go out? It's still live. Popadinova off the underside of the crossbar. And a 3-game losing streak is over for the Brisbane Roar. Grace Kuilamu with the only goal. And the Wellington Phoenix left to rue a match where they did have a lot of possession, a lot of territory, but ultimately no cutting edge. And it means the Brisbane Roar move into 4th on the Ninja A-League table and leave the Wellington Phoenix outside the top 6 by 3 points as a result of this defeat. They will certainly be looking forward to heading home next week. It's ended at Perry Park. Brisbane Roar 1, Wellington Phoenix 0.
At the conclusion of round 14, Melbourne City have fought off the challenge of Melbourne Victory to remain at the top of the Ninja A-League. Catch us next week for more Ninja A-League action.